So quick disclaimer for this video, this is my personal opinion. Alright, so let's take a moment and try to understand Donald Trump's presidency, I guess. In my perspective as a normal human being who hasn't gone to law school, who has not had the chance to become a journalist, which is something I am looking forward to do. I just read a lot of information. I just gather a lot of facts and try to understand them. So okay, Trump is something special, we can say. Something that we were not expecting to happen, and it happened. And we have him here now, and I guess this is what we got to live with. But let's take it a little farther deeper. Trump is part of the Republican Party, which has a majority control by less population. Let me explain. All Democrats are centered in cities and smaller land areas where there's a larger population. Let's take New York City, for example, 8 million to 10 million, I think it is. And that's the population that is here right now. And we don't account for the same as Montana, which has a less population, but is a bigger area. So we don't count. So the Electoral College is not counted by people, but by land. And by land, we have less. So I believe that that is what the Republicans as a whole, as a complete family, is afraid of losing. They're afraid of losing the power. Let's take the 2016 election, for example. Hillary Clinton would have won the election if it was a vote for popular, but not the Electoral College. So Trump won the Electoral College because he won rural states. So what's happening is every 10 years, there's a basically readjustment or rewritten, or how they fix it. I cannot go into details, but again, this is my understanding as a normal civilized person what's going on. Republicans are afraid now because if a lot of Democrats win elections, they will literally swipe off the face of the earth, the rule of America, and they will have less of a choice. America will come more as a independent country because a lot of the people that live in populated areas are more accustomed to new ways and not traditional ways. So what the Republican Party is trying to do, to my understanding, is they're trying to maintain their ways and enforce it in the people like us, Democrats, that are more open-minded. I believe that there's always a middle ground where, to my understanding, the Constitution has specifically tried to always have that middle ground, as in the House, the Senate, and the White House are equally. Three branches would have to make a decision, which means that they all have to get together and try to understand this crazy world that we currently live in. So that's my understanding on how it is. And Republicans are afraid of losing that control that they currently have of being able to choose presidents, because they have larger land in rural areas base versus the Democrats have larger population. And I feel like that's wrong. I mean, just because you don't want to let go of the power that you currently have, that does not mean that you have to make a decision about my life that will affect me directly. I feel like we can meet halfway. Anybody that lives with somebody, with a sibling, knows that when mom and dad, which are the authorities, which mom is a Republican, dad is the Democrat, have to come together to make a decision about what they're gonna do to you as a punishment, they have to meet a middle ground, because one may not be particularly accepting of the other. So I believe that you, as a Republican or as a Democrat, you should have an equal say in everything. And I think that we need to take 2 steps back and go more into that, what would I do if it was me case. I think we need to stop completely being fanatics of either party and find the best for all of us as a country. I do believe, in my personal opinion, that we went back to the 80s, 70s, and a lot of things that will need to get fixed again to continue going forward and scaling to different areas. I understand that we are afraid of change. Change scares us. And I am one that, even though I love technology, you cannot imagine how immersed I am in technology. I am scared of where we're going, because literally anybody with a computer may be able to find out what I'm doing tomorrow. But everybody's going to be in there. Even those who don't even know how to use it, or they know how to use it, everybody will be in there in the future. So I believe that we should all come together, find a middle ground, and try to resolve this issue. And Trump should, I mean, try to get everybody together and try to solve this issue. I mean, this should have happened a long time ago, but now it's going crazy. It's mayhem. Maybe they have their own way to control it. Who knows? But I believe that we are literally taking back decades of improvements that we have gotten to as a nation and as a population. And hopefully in the future, we don't regret everything that's going on right about now. Thank you for watching. And I don't mean to offend anybody that's watching this video. Those are my personal views. You may have your own personal views. I respect it. Hope you respect mine too. Thank you.